Hello everyone, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, making some really good trades, and yep, let's just get into it. And man oh man, what a day we had in the traditional markets. And just look at that, the Nasdaq tanking down over 3.54% and the S&P down over 2.86% as the CPI numbers come out hotter than expected. As we can see right here, the CPI was at 8.6%. The expected was to be 8.3, so a big miss there on the CPI. Again, this sent the markets spiraling down, as we can see right here, and as well as Bitcoin actually coming down. We'll get to this chart in just a little bit of spoilers there, but yeah, you guys can see that Bitcoin actually started to come down all the way down to 29,000, or actually 28,900, but really stopping just before that $28,800 major support. But for the time being, we are still within this range, this channel, this infinite loop. We have been stuck here for weeks at a time. We're going to spend the rest of our lives watching this price action. I'm just kidding, but yeah, no, we eventually, something will give, something will break, right? We are either going to go to the upside or to the downside. Now let's take a look at the Bitcoin hash ribbons, right? We can see that right now the Bitcoin hash ribbons have now crossed. The end is near. The capitulation cross has come, and we are going to drop 50% down, all the way down to 20,000, 10,000, 5,000. The end is near. No, that is not the case. But we have crossed before near the end of near the middle of bear markets, and they have led to a 50% correction in the price of Bitcoin. And same thing as right here. Oh, actually that was the 50% correction there. I threw my chart all over the place. That one was the one in 2014. This one is the one in 2017, when we had another Bitcoin capitulation cross on the hash ribbons, and then the Bitcoin price proceeded to tank 50%. Now, right, let's take a look at the one we were in our bull run, right? Once we had a capitulation cross right here, the Bitcoin price proceeded to dump down 7%. So we can actually zoom in a little bit more here, and you guys can actually see it a little bit better. I actually learned today that you can press shift and click, and it'll actually draw percentage gain chart, or losing chart, like measuring tool. So it's very cool. But yeah, press shift and you click. But yeah, overall, once we crossed right here, the Bitcoin price proceeded to go down 8.46%. But after that, we had a big rally from that level all the way up to 59,000, or around basically the topping at 60,000 again, a 27% pump, before ultimately rolling over all the way down here at 28,800. And then after that, we had a big run up all the way down to 69,000, and now we're all the way down here, and now we have another capitulation cross. Does this mean that we are going to dump 50% in the coming weeks? It's possible, right? We have the FOMC meeting coming next week on Wednesday. If they're extremely hawkish on raising the rates, maybe the traditional markets go into a death spiral, and then the Bitcoin price starts to tank 50%, and we're going to go to 12,000 to 14,000, right? Very possible. Anything can happen. Now, I am still bullish, right? Right now I am still holding my longs. Then the reason that I'm still holding my longs, even with this capitulation cross, again, the hash ribbons are a lagging indicator that I could see that Bitcoin is most likely, now I say most likely, it's not guaranteed, right, to come down right here and recover this wick that we've had at 26,600 and come in line with touching some major support around this big macro downwards channel, as you can see right here. Now, if Bitcoin price does come down right here, you have two levels. Right now you have this previous low at 26,600, and now you have this macro downwards, this big trend line right here, which is going to act as major support. Now that's that increases your probabilities from like 70% to probably an 85% chance of putting a long right here and then it succeeding, right? And then you still have a 15% chance of it breaking down. And then maybe if you have the moving average coming right here, then you increase it. Now you have three levels of confluence, and maybe it goes to 90% chance of your long succeeding. But those are pretty rare. A good example would be around, I'll just fix this chart right here, so I'll just show you guys. But yeah, You can see that right here. You know, we had that 200 EMA, or 200 moving average actually. Let me zoom it out. Where's my 200 moving average? It's not showing. Oh, now that's embarrassing. Actually, we'll just take a look right here. I think I have it there. The 200 daily. There you go. Right? You had that 200 daily moving average coming right here, and on top of that, you had that major trend line coming in, touching, you know, 2 points coinciding. That was a beautiful chance to short at 48,000, and just look how that turned out. Bitcoin actually dropped all the way down to 25,000, you know, way more than I expected. You know, it actually broke that big macro bear flag, and then we went, you know, that Terra Luna thing happened, and everything debuckled from there. Now let's actually get back to this chart that I wanted to show you guys, if I can recreate it in time. It took me a little bit to figure it out, but I think I can figure it out in a couple seconds now. So we'll take a look at the BTC longs on Bitfinex, right? And we'll put it on the weekly time frame. Perfect. And then we'll get back on the Bitstamp chart and put it on the weekly time frame. We'll reset the chart here. We'll get rid of the RSI because we won't need that. We'll reset the chart here. Now what we can see is that once Bitcoin dropped all the way down here to 28,000, the Bitfinex longs, you know, were accumulating as the price was dropping. And then once, you know, the price started to pump, the Bitfinex longs start to unload their longs. The longs start to drop, and they were starting to take some profits. And as the Bitcoin price, you know, started to drop again a little bit down right here, you can see that they started to accumulate a little bit more. And then when the Bitcoin price starts to pump, the Bitfinex longs start to dump as well. Now, as you can see, with the Bitcoin price dumping so much from, you know, 48,000 all the way down to 28,000, you can see this during this phase, the Bitfinex longs have been accumulating an extreme amount. You can just take a look at this giant green candle right here. The Bitfinex longs have been accumulating extremely. Now, does this mean that we're going to go parabolic to new all-time highs? In my opinion, I don't think so, but I've never seen this level of accumulation for on the Bitfinex longs, and those guys are the OG whales, right? If the Bitcoin price does, the Bitfinex longs start to dump, then you're most likely going to see the Bitcoin price start to pump. I don't know what I just said there. If the Bitfinex longs start to dump, you're most likely going to see the Bitcoin price start to pump, right? This doesn't mean that the Bitcoin price cannot go down and refill, you know, recover this wick down at 26,600. It depends actually on which exchange you are too. By the way, you know, if you go on I think Binance or a different one, you can, yeah, right here, Bitstamp. If you go on Bitstamp, it goes as low as 25,551. So basically $1,000 difference. So be careful which exchange you trade, guys, because sometimes you have massive wicks towards the downside. And I think today someone posted a chart that the Binance chart had a wick all the way down to like 22,000 and it recovered immediately in a few seconds, which is really weird. I don't know, hopefully nobody got stopped out there, but I don't trade there. If you guys want to know where I trade on BitGet, and the link's in the description. If you guys want to help support the channel, you can do it over there. But yeah, overall we are still within this range. I still hear a lot of people talking about 22k coming soon. They're very excited about, you know, making new lows, and they're getting their shorts ready. But you know, you can see that the Bitfinex longs have been accumulating at these levels. They're getting ready for, you know, potentially a big push towards the upside, and that's where I'm placing my money. And the same thing for the altcoins. If Bitcoin is going to pump massively towards the upside, the altcoins are going to follow suit. You know, they are going to lag most likely. As you can see, the Bitcoin dominance is on the rise. People are starting to get out of their altcoins and getting back into Bitcoin, or maybe the altcoins are selling off significantly harder than Bitcoin is. As you can see today, you know, a lot of the altcoins like AVAX and all the other ones had a big red candle today, pushing down, breaking some support right here, as you can see, and almost touching $20.63. On AVAX, we could take a look at Elrond as well, not holding this trend line right here and coming pretty close to that next major support, which is at $53.60, which is this previous wick right here. So I'd be looking to potentially make a long position on Elrond if we can get to $53.59. But yeah, overall, you guys know where I stand. I'm bullish. It's difficult to be bullish when so many people are bearish, when we are having so much bad economic news come out. The CPI is getting worse. We have the FOMC meeting coming next week, and then they're saying that we're going to go, the market's going to tank, but let's see what the Fed says, right? A lot of people are actually thinking that we are going to meet expectations today, and then we're going to bounce, and then this is the time we're going to break towards the upside, with the CPI data being, topping out. But yeah, overall, even though the entire market tanked today, was in the red, my portfolio was in the green. As you can see, the gold was rising towards the upside today, and Metalla up over 7.27%. Very nice buy right there. We bought in at $6.95, I believe, maybe even a little bit lower, but I'm not too sure. I'd have to go look at those investments. Anyways, I don't make too many trades on those investments. I just leave them for the long term. But I just want to finish off by saying, everybody in the Discord, I always respect your opinions, whatever you have to say. I am big advocate of free speech. I think everybody should have a voice and be able to say it. And a good example today is me and Paul were getting a very heated argument about gold and housing and interest rates. He thinks housing is going to go up as interest rates go up. He thinks interest rates are going to go up to like 15%. They're going to raise them to 15%. And I'm telling him, if that happens, housing is going to go down. It's going to crash if you do that, because the market is so levered up on these big mortgages. And if people can't refinance at a 15% interest rate on an $800,000 mortgage, it's just not viable, because they don't have the income to cover the interest itself and that massive equity payment. You can either have a massive equity payment and a very, very small interest payment, or a massive interest payment and a very small equity payment, but you just can't have both, right? You have to meet in the middle. When one goes up, one has to go down. If they both go up, then you just can't afford the home anymore, and then you're just gonna have an entire market of sellers. And as far as gold goes, Paul thinks gold is going to $500. That's his opinion. I respect it. I don't think it's going to go to 500. I really don't think so. I think we will make a new all-time high, as I see it as a store of value. I agree, it doesn't produce anything, right? It's not like real estate. You have rent, you can pay, you rent it out to people, and it is also as a store of value, because it will always have value, because there will always be people that need homes to live in. But overall, I think people will run to gold once they see the Fed pivot on how they are going to handle the inflation situation. They're just, in my opinion, they are going to go back to money printing. They will drop rates back to zero once they see the economy take a turn and the unemployment rates rise. But yeah, overall, thanks for listening, guys. If you guys want to support the channel, you guys can join the Discord, see all my trades, get access to all my charts, and you get to support the Crypto Mickey channel. But if you guys don't want to do that, don't forget to smash the like button. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate the support. And you guys can sign up for Big Get Trading. Links in the description. I think you can get up to $4,168 in bonuses. But yeah, love you guys. Peace.